This is Russ. Yeah, I'm back in the car again. I'm headed to Costco. I got to get some gas. Yeah, I'm down to about a half a tank. Yeah, how often do you guys fill up your car with gas? We usually fill ours up at anywhere between a quarter tank to a half a tank down. Let this car get by here. Some of these side streets that I'm cutting through here, not too wide. Yeah, if you got parked cars, you got cars on the other side coming, you don't have enough space to get around. Anyway, yeah, I usually fill up my gas between a quarter tank to a half a tank down. I don't usually go all the way down. Of course, I'm at Costco quite a bit, so it doesn't matter really. I can fill it up whenever I want to fill it up. Yep. Let's see here. Let's turn here. There we go. So anyway, yeah, I fill up my tank every quarter to a half a tank down. Usually a quarter down, I'll go ahead and fill it up. Especially in the winter time. I don't like going too far down in gas during the winter. And I'm finding that I have a lot more gas usage lately because I've been heading to church more often. Church isn't that close to us. Probably takes us a good 20-25 minutes to get to church. And we have a Bible study thing on Thursday nights, and then of course Sundays we go there. I'm going there again on Saturday. And look at that. The music kicked in again by itself. I did not touch it. Maybe it's haunted. Okay, I have a story about being haunted. I'll tell you that in a minute. Yeah, a guy that goes to church, talking about haunted stuff. Yeah, it's kind of funny, so I'm going to talk about it. But anyway, let me finish what I was saying here. I fill up my gas early on, but I find I'm using more gas now because we've been going to church more often. This Saturday, the worship team has a meeting, so I'll be there Saturday and of course Sunday. So I was there Thursday, which was yesterday. Today's Friday. I'll be there Saturday. I'll be there Sunday. Now I don't know if I mentioned, but I was planning on helping the middle school and high school kids in their music as well. And so if that starts happening, more than likely, we will drive 2 cars to get to church on Sunday because it's a long day for me to do it, and for Mrs. Wright to just hang around when I'm doing what I'm doing. It's just way too long of a day. So, what's my day typically like on a Sunday? Well, let's say I do the middle school and high school kids. More than likely, I'll probably attend the 9 o'clock service at the adult services. So then 10 o'clock, or 10:05, I think they said, is the practice for the kids' music, on their worship team. Then 11 o'clock is the middle school, and I think it's 12:15 or 12:30, something like that, is the high schoolers. So by the time you're out of there, it's probably a good, I don't know, 1:15, 1:30, something like that. Time I get home, it's 2 o'clock. It's an all-day deal, yeah. But, it's not like I don't have the time to do it, because I do. So I decided I would help them out. Okay, let me tell you the ghost story. I don't know how that is appropriate after we just talked about church, but okay, let me tell you the ghost story. I have two ghost stories for you, okay? All right, the first one, I was teaching photography at my school, and I recall one guy asking me, how do you photograph ghosts? How do you photograph ghosts? I was thinking, is this kid kidding me? He was actually serious. He was actually serious. I says, I've never done that. Let's move on. I just ignored his question. I did not answer his question. Now, over time, I told this story to other photography classes that I was teaching, okay? And surprisingly, I found there are a number of people who actually believe in ghosts. Yep. because I actually took a little survey. I says, okay, now how many of you guys actually believe in ghosts? A number of people raised their hands. Yeah, I was surprised. Yeah. So then from that point on, I learned, yeah, don't bring that story up anymore. Never did it again. Well, until now, I'm telling you guys now. Okay, and then give me another story. Yeah, I donated a photography portrait session to my what would it be? My elementary school. My elementary school was doing a 100-year anniversary of the school. Yeah, long time. It's an old school, right? This is a Chicago school when I lived in Chicago. Grew up in Chicago. Until 8th grade, I moved to the suburbs when I was going into 8th grade. But anyway, we did a reunion of our elementary school friends, and so we got on their mailing list from the principal or vice principal. I don't know if he's the principal. He was the vice principal at the time. He got our names and numbers, put us in the mailing list, and he invited us to go to this 100-year anniversary for the school. So I went, of course, and I donated my time to do a portrait session for anyone who would do one of these. What do they call those things? Is that called a silent auction, where you just put your name down and how much you bid for it and stuff? So anyways, I went out to the guy's house who won the bid. He was in Chicago. I said, yeah, I'm here to do the portrait session for you. So great, we're talking, and he found out that I used to do forensic audio work, as we were talking about things. And he says, wow, that's kind of like what I do. I go, oh, really? What do you do? He goes, yeah, we do ghost hunting. Here we go. Ghost hunting. I go, ghost hunting? He goes, oh, yeah. He says, we use these sensor things that, it's like electromagnetic pulse type things. And we listen for pulse things from the electro, whatever. I don't know. He was telling me all this stuff. And he says, and we also have recorders that we record things, because sometimes we can pick up in the static voices. I go, okay. Yeah, I shot that photo real quick and I got out of there. Didn't want to hang out there any longer than I had to. But he did invite me. He says, if one day you'd like to try it and come with us, we'd like to have you along. I go, oh, thank you so much. And I was out of there. Yeah, there are people who believe in ghosts. Let me know if you believe in ghosts. Okay, maybe you don't want to let us know, but if you do, and if you don't believe in ghosts, let me know about that too. Yeah, I don't believe in ghosts. Okay. But it is always interesting. So yeah, whenever this radio kicks in by itself, I mean, how many times have we done videos now, and the radio has literally just kicked in by itself? Now, I'll tell you this, it doesn't seem to happen unless I'm making a video. So maybe this Bluetooth transmitter somehow triggers it and turns it on. I have no idea. But it turns on. I will tell you this, okay, since we're into all this weird stuff, okay, in our house we have a large screen television. Of course, many people do. Most of us now have these flat screen 50, 60, 70-inch televisions, right? So Mrs. Wright and I are in bed sleeping, and then in the middle of the night, the sound bar just kicks in loud downstairs, okay? And it wakes us up, like, well, who's playing music downstairs that loud? It was just the two of us. So we go downstairs, and television is not on, but the sound bar is running, okay? And we're hearing music coming through it. It's like, not the greatest music, but kind of crackling and stuff. I go, well, what is this? And then we hear the voices. Yeah, we heard voices. Something like, ready? Let's go. Something to that effect. Kind of creepy, right? I go, well, what is that? Turned it off, right? And before I turned it off, I lowered the volume, so in case that thing kicked in by itself again, it wouldn't wake us up, right? Ever since then, sometimes I go to bed pretty late, and Mrs. Wright's already gone up before me, because I tend to stay up pretty late. And a lot of times I'll have the lights off downstairs. I'll just look at my computer, on my laptop. Sometimes that soundbar will kick in by itself. Yeah. It'll be on, but nothing will be playing through it. Most of the time when I'm downstairs, nothing will be playing through it, but I'll see it's on. I'm going, well, I didn't turn it on. And I know specifically I turned it off, when I turned off the television. But yeah, sometimes that thing kicks in. Go figure that one out. It's haunted too. Yeah, okay, tell me in your comments if you've ever had any type of weird experiences that you cannot explain. Okay, that'd be an interesting thing today, right? Things you cannot explain. It kind of freaks you out a little bit. Yeah, tell us the stories. I think it'll be kind of interesting. I don't believe in any of that stuff, but again, I find it funny and interesting to listen to. If you have a good story to tell us, or to read about. All right, I'm here at Costco. I'm going to go and get some gas. And then I'm going to go inside and get my normal stuff as I normally do. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Let me know of your ghost stories or weird, unexplained stories. I'm sure there's other stories I could talk about, too, that have that type of thing. But let me find an opening here, because some people had to close off 2 lanes. I don't know why they did that. Anyway, I'm here. I'll talk to you guys next time.